In this tutorial, I want to focus on the medical subject heading or MeSH database and talk a little bit about how you can integrate what you find in the MeSH database into a PubMed search. The easiest way to get to the MeSH database is to click right on this link, and when you do that, you can search in the medical subject heading database. What you'll want to do is search on terms that are of interest. So I've been searching on the term children in previous searches, and I want to go ahead and do that now. You'll notice that my term children maps to child. This is what most frequently occurs in the database when children is used. And you'll notice that it also defines each of these subject headings. So there's child, disabled children, dental care for children. All of these have definitions. The definition of child is a person 6 to 12 years of age. Now I have to say that when I was searching earlier, in previous tutorials, my definition of child or children was not necessarily in my mind 6 to 12 years of age. It included kids that were older than that. So what appears as a medical subject heading definition may be very different than what you have in terms of your perspective or thought. And that's a critical thing to remember, is that the medical subject heading definitions don't always match up with what you sort of perceive. And in order to effectively get what you want out of the database, it's helpful to know what these definitions are so that you can search on subject headings that are most precise. So in this case, I'm going to want to search on child as a medical subject heading, and know that while I'm doing that, I'm only retrieving articles about kids 6 to 12 years of age. Prior to searching on this, though, I want to click on the child link and take a look at this page. If I scroll down, I can see child within the context of other subject headings, and you'll notice that above child there's a link for age groups. If I click on age groups, I get a broader view of where child fits within these medical subject headings trees. And what I can see from this is that not only is there a subject heading for child, but there's also a subject heading for adolescent. And based on my interests and definitions in my mind, I'm probably going to want to not only search on child, but also search on adolescent, because I'm interested in looking at teenage populations as well. So what I need to do is I need to choose one of these to start with. So I'll start with child, and I need to add that term to my search builder. So I've got child here as a medical subject heading, and now I can choose to search in PubMed on that term, and I've now searched child as a medical subject heading. If I go back and I search in the medical subject heading database for adolescent, do the search, I can choose to search. I notice that adolescent is a child or a person 13 to 18 years of age. If I select that and add that to Search Builder, I can now search that in PubMed as well. And you'll remember that PubMed has, under the advanced search, a history option. And when I look at my history, I can see that I've done a search on child MeSH, medical subject heading, and adolescent MeSH. Now what I can do is I can add these together and combine them with an or, since both of these are concepts that are synonymous, or they represent children in my mind. Click on search, and what will happen is those two searches will be combined with an or, and now I have a set of articles that specifically deal with both children and adolescents combined together into one set. What I would do next is I would go in and do searching on the concepts of school gardens as medical subject headings and nutrition as medical subject headings, and combine all of those terms and ultimately create a search result that had all of the criteria in it.